Tell me your vision as board chair.
Yeah. My vision absolutely is, and I start with just one word: equity. Not, I just start with equity. And when people say, what does that mean? I said, it is truly about us not only having the conversation, but aligning our actions to make sure that everything that we do is equitable, whether in supporting our schools, family engagement, opportunities, those experiences that our children need once they leave the schoolhouse or once they graduate, all those equitable opportunities. And I take a step back and explain it in the way of people to understand that when I mean equity, the investment looks different. Like I need people to sit with that.
I want to
so
double click on that.
So with equity, so you hear this conversation about equality versus equity. And equality, the root word is equal. So everyone gets the same, everyone is equal on the same playing field. Well, we know that doesn't exist for us. That's not reality. Equity for me is ensuring that everyone, has equal playing field, but the investment to get everyone there looks different. So if we're in communities where they have a history of divestment or food deserts or a lack of opportunities, lack of great schools, lack of extracurricular, then the investment there's going to be a need for more investment there than a community where they've had that and they've always had that, and what they built on that, and they've built something great as a result of that. And so I start with that when I think about my vision, because it touches everything that we do. It touches the school, every grade level that we have. It touches every teacher. It touches every school. It touches every community partner. It touches every neighborhood. It touches our entire city. And so for me, my vision is for every student to graduate from Atlanta Public Schools with that high quality education. But let me stop with the excellence in their experience, to where they choose that I may not want to go to college right now. That's okay, but at least we've prepared you for a career path to consider, or you have the life skills that you need when you go out here to be prepared for a world that is going to respond differently to the diversity of our students.
It's a fight. Our organization, as you know, Equity in Education, and one of the things that folks have.
There we go. Yeah, right.
What we experience most, what I experience most, is folks having a visceral reaction to the word equity. What does that mean for me? Does that mean I get less things because other communities need more? So how would you explain that to our broader community of it's a sacrifice that we have to make to and to ensure that our kids, our 52,000 kids in this city who are in our schools experience excellent education? How do we talk to our neighbors about that?
And I think that's the frustrating thing about it. I think it's become such a coined word in education now that you get that response. And just like, those coined phrases that you hear every year.
Buzzwords.
Yeah, the buzzwords, right? But I always start with the fact of pushing equity doesn't mean you get less. You get less of something. And so I try to dispel that already negative, reducing mindset of saying, no, it's not taken away from anyone. It's making sure that the investments are there so everyone have an equal chance at a fair playing field. And that looks different. So then once you explain the fact that, say, for Douglas High School, we may have to invest more in certain areas to bring Douglas to a school of excellence like some of our other high schools in the district. And that actually, and when I think about like the investment in Douglas, it may not just be the high school. It truly may be the full cluster. The investment at the middle school, the investment at the elementary school. So we build the elementary school up, you build your middle school, you build your middle school up, you build your high school. And so I think that's where the conversations need to go more. And also people making time to understand what that means. So the first reaction isn't, you're taking away from me, or you're reducing what I have or what I need to serve someone else. I think that's often the easy response because we've been in that space. You know, historically, when you think about any issue, economic systems, race, you know, racist systems, anything, it's always that us versus them or that negative versus positive. And so I think that's where we need to start.